Okay, well, in this video, I will share to all of you about how to make a simple high-rise commercial building in SketchUp. First of all, we have to make the basic plan with rotated rectangle or rectangle, but I choose the rotated rectangle. We can click from this position, then we can drag to the another position. We can set the dimension around 25 meter. Okay, and then for the height of this building around 45 meter. Okay, well, now we can set the thickness of this every single floor. You can click this plane, click this push it up around 1 meter. Okay, then we can triple click, right click and make group. Then we can right click, make component, create. Then we can select move, press Ctrl, place to this position, move again around 3.5 meter approximately. Okay, well, now we move again from this point until this point, then type x30 or x33, enter. This is the result of the basic of the high-rise building. Now we make the core building with using this rectangle. We can click from this point until this point, offset, then we offset to inside around 8 meter. Well, this is the core building, and the height of the core building around 9 meter. Now we can delete the additional plane here, right click, erase, and triple click this additional line over there in this edge, then right click, erase. Then we click this plane, select push, and click to this plane and drag to this bottom. Well, now we triple click, right click and make group, and we click again, triple click again, push up around 3.5 meter. Okay, well, now we may set the style on the default style or on the default tree on the right bar. Then we could uncheck the profile and dash to see more detail of this massive building. Now we make the another frame of the exterior. We have to make the frame of the exterior with using the rotated rectangle. We click from this point until this point, click this point until this point, then we move to the another side around 100 millimeter or maybe more. Okay. We move it to the another side around 100 millimeter more, then we push it to the front around 300 approximately. You can research for the detailed dimension of this exterior frame, then triple click, right click and make group, and make the different material. Then make the different material with the materials, select the metal, select this aluminum, then right click, make component, create, then select move, press Ctrl, then place to this position, then type 20 slash enter. And we can check for the distance between the every single vertical frame around 2.2 meter. So if you feel it too long of the distance, you may make it more smaller than this. Okay, well, now we can duplicate this one to the another side. We can select move with use move tool, press Ctrl, then we rotate it, then we can type 90 degree and select move, place to this position, then we select move, press Ctrl, click from this point until this point, then we type 10 slash enter. Okay, well, now we select all of these vertical frame, make group, and let me move and duplicate to this another position. Then let me mirror it, click to this green. Okay, then move, place to this position, then also this vertical frame on this the wider building side. Well, then we just only select this wider building side exterior frame, right click on make group and select move with move tool, press Ctrl, then place to this position, then select mirror, click this red axis. Okay, well, now we can push it up for the vertical frame with using push tool and make it same approximately. Okay, now we get this vertical frame exterior, and then we can make the another horizontal frame. We can make the horizontal frame, but we can also choose the another semi outdoor area here. We can choose this one to be a semi outdoor area. Click this slab and make unique, and we can select this position. Okay, approximately this is like this. Okay, well, or we can also select this one to make unique. Okay, well, now we can select the another position. We can select move, press Ctrl, then we can select move, press Ctrl. Okay, well, now we just delete it and push it down. Then we can make this is to be different. We can click this vertical frame, right click and explode, and select this one and explode first. Okay, now we can make this one to be unique. Right click and make unique. Now we can make the partial. We can make the partial subtraction right there. Click from this point until to this another point by following this floor that we have determined before. Okay, push it to the another side and erase, and we can make this one and just make this one, push it up a little bit. Okay, well, now we get this semi outdoor space, and okay, anyway, we can also make it semi outdoor, make unique. Then we have to move, press Ctrl, place to this position, select move, press Ctrl to this position, push this down. Okay, then we get this semi outdoor area in this position, and you can make the another element such as column position. Okay, I will give you column in here, approximately 1.5 until 1.5 meter approximately. Then we select, push it down, triple click, right click and make group, and select move, press Ctrl, place to this position, and okay, we have to make unique, make component first. Okay, we can delete. Okay, so we have repeat it. We can select move, place to this position, then we can select this one and place to the another position and this one. Then we can move, press Ctrl and place to this position around 2.5 meter, 7.5 meter. Select move and type 7.5 meter. Okay, then we can select all this column, select move, press Ctrl, 2.5 meter. Okay, select move, press Ctrl, 2.5 meter. Okay, well, now we select this column, select move, press Ctrl, place to this position, and now we may push it down until this ground floor approximately. Okay, we just move it for the temporary. Now then we can make the another element, we can make the ground floor over there, but we can keep it first. Okay, well, we can make it flat to be same with the another elements. Then we make the horizontal frame with using this rectangle. Click from this point until click to this another point. Then we can select scale and place to this another position, and scale to this outside position over there, and we can offset it inside to this position. Right click and erase on the center plane. Then we have to push it down around 100 millimeter approximately. Right click and make group and adjust the material component with the same material before. Then we have to move, press Ctrl, place to this position, then select move, press Ctrl, place to this position. Or sorry, we have to make component first anyway, so we can repeat it because the making component is what it was very important for us to facilitate us, to make us easier to modify it for the further time in this 3D modeling. Okay, well, now we can select make group, and we can select move, press Ctrl, place to this position, then we can type X33 and enter. Now we can select, we can see what the result of it. Okay, well, now we can select move, press Ctrl, place to this position, then we can select move, then place to this position approximately. Then we have to push and about this vertical frame in here. Okay, and then we get the result of it. And okay, well, now we can make the another unique horizontal frame. We have to explode it first, and then we can make unique, and we can adjust this horizontal frame, and we can adjust this horizontal frame also. Push it down. Okay, well, now we can get this point. And anyway, we can also make the another point of it. We have to make the another vertical frame in here, and also we can make the vertical frame in this another position. Okay, well, now we can delete for some unnecessary line over there. Okay, well, and we can make it more tidier than before, and then we can make it more tidier than before. Okay, now we can make the another element. We can make the another aluminum composite element over there. We can push it to the another side, make group. Okay, then we can push it to the another side, approximately about 2.3 meter approximately. Okay, then we can place this position and place this position. Okay, then we can select a move, press Ctrl, place to this another position. Then we can select another side element in here. Triple click, right click and make group, and we can make another vertical element in here with the composite aluminum composite panel. Okay, well, now we can make the another color of this metal. Now we can make the temporary color first, then we can choose for the another appropriate color, but we have to make this contemporary first. Okay, then we can make the another exterior element. We can make the glazing. Then we have to push it to the front, around 50 millimeter. Then we have to push it to the another position. Okay, we have to push it to the another position and this position. Okay, well, we can triple click, right click and make group, and make the another position. We can make the another line to this position. Okay, then we can make the another line to subtract this object anyway. Okay, well, we can activate the hide rest of model. Now we have to close this line, then we have to close this line over there. Okay, well, we have to push it to the back side. Okay, and delete it, and we can push it to the back side. Okay, well, now we can get this point. Then we can make the another glass color with using glass material. We can use this one. Okay, we can assign the material of it, then we can make the another color. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, well, now we can adjust the color. We can adjust the color to make it more highlighted. For example, it's like this. Okay, well, now we can add the podium building. We can add the ground floor building here. So we have to push it to the, we have to offset it outside. Okay, then we have to push it down around 1 meter approximately, and triple click, make group, and select move, press Ctrl, place to this another position. We can type around 4 meter. Then sorry, we have to set the distance between the floor to ceiling around 4 meter, so we have to push it down again around 1 meter. Okay, then we have to move and press Ctrl, place this position, and place to this position approximately, and we can add this position. Okay, well, now we can adjust this structural element of it to support the visualization of us, and then we can also adjust for the width of every single slab here. Okay, maybe just like this, and we can adjust it more just like this. Okay, well, now we can make the another column composition over there. We can select this one, select move, press Ctrl, then we can place to this position around 11 meter, 12 meter, and move it again around 7.5 meter. Okay, well, now we can select it all, right click and make unique. Then we have to push it down to this position. Okay, then we can also move it again to this another position around 12 meter and x3. Okay, then we have to duplicate again around 6 meter. Anyway, this column configuration just schematic, so you can design again, you can redesign or improve this column configuration with the appropriate position anyway, because this is just for the visualization or 3D modeling technique support, and you can continue the column in this backside. So I will make it simple for this video. So we have to push it, offset it inside just like this, and we have to push it down. I'm sorry, we have to offset it inside again just a little bit and push it the little plane, triple click, make group, and we can make the another glazing area in here approximately. Okay, well, now we can make this another glazing here, and we can edit this glazing and edit this opacity, and now we can make the another color. We can make the another color in here for the slab, and we can adjust for the every single color of the column for there, just like that. And we can also add this slab, the color of the slab. Then we can just edit this one. and maybe we can make it more lighter than before anyway. Okay, well now we can select this line, select a move, press Control, then we can place this position, then we can type 30/enter, or maybe more. You can select this line, select a move, press Control, then we can place this position, then we can type 40/enter. Okay, and also this one, we can select a move, press Control, then we can place this position, then we can type 20/ or maybe we can type 30/enter. Okay, and also this one, select move, press Control, then place to this position, then we can type 20/enter, and also this one, select move, press Control, place to this position, then we can type 30/enter. Okay. Okay, now we can make the another element. We can make the ground floor element here. Push it to the front, just like this. Make group and make the slab in the bottom. Then we select this plane, select this color. Okay, well now we can make the another variation of this exterior facade. Anyway, we can make the another design. We can make the another design of the landscape. We can using this line, then we can click this. Okay, we can click this one. Okay, we can click this polyline. We can click this line to make a polyline over there. We can click this one, and we can triple click. Okay, I'm sorry. We can make group. Okay, then we can make the line. We can click this line and edit, cut, and we can enter the group and edit, paste in place. Okay, well now we can make a duplicate in here, then we can rotate. We can rotate it, type 90 degree, and then we can type to this position, and then we can delete it. Then we can select it all and deselect this plane, then we can select follow me. Okay, well now we can get the grass to assign the landscape material. Triple click. Okay, well this is about the landscape area, and we can also make the landscape area here. Okay, triple click, make group, press this position. Okay, then we can also make the sloping area in here. Select a move of this line, place this position, make group, and we can assign with a simple material over there. Select a move, press Control, and okay, select move and press to this position, and select to this position, and also this position. Okay, now we can make the circle column for aesthetic purpose, and make it with the metal material over there, maybe with using this one, and we can adjust the scale to be 5000. Okay, so we can select a move, then we can adjust the column. We can click this one, select a move, press Control, then press to this position, then we can type a /. Okay, well okay, now we can make the another component. We can make the another component to make it more representative with using component in here, component sampler, and we can place this one, place this tree, and we can assign the materials. Then we can select glass, place this position, and then we can make the movement of this tree. We can move to the another position. Okay, we can move to this position, and also to this position and this position, and this one. Okay, so you can add more landscaping in this another area over there. Okay, now we can select it all and we can make group, and then we can also make the another element. Okay, we can also make the another element. We can draw the variation of this exterior building. I mean, we can make the rectangle here. We can make the rectangle here. Then we can push it up till this position. Okay, now we can also push it to the front approximately just like this. Then we can select to this from to this position. Okay, we can select a line again to this position and select this one and select this one, and we can select all this single line. Okay, then we have to push it to the front in here approximately. Then we have to push it until the limit, push it until the limit, and push it until the limit. Okay, well, now we can double click, make group, and we can also adjust the distance. Okay, just like this. Then we can adjust for the proportional. Then we can adjust for the okay, now we can also adjust the materials. Maybe we can using the another materials like glazing again. Okay, just like this approximately. Then we can adjust for this another position in this area. Okay, just like this. So you can make the more detail. You can make the more detail of it to make the structural system of this facade engineering and many more. Okay, well, now we can make the another okay, anyway, we can make the another simple line arrangement. We can select a move, press Ctrl, press this position, then we can type 20 slash enter. Okay, and also this one, you can select a move, press Ctrl, press this position, then we can type 20 slash enter, and also to this another side. Sorry, you have to move, press Ctrl, then place to this another side, then we can type 20 slash enter, click this line, press move, press this position, then we can type 20 slash select line, select move, and place this position, then we can type 10 slash enter. So this is just for the variation, so you can make it more detail. You can make it more detail. Okay, just like this. Or if you want to make the another taste, if you want to make the another taste of this exterior building design, you can just delete this one. You can just delete this one. Okay, you can try to edit this texture. You can try to move edit with the 5,000 or more, maybe around 10,000. Okay, well, so it would be look like this. Anyway, it's look like artistic anyway. Then this one, I mean. Okay, and then we can adjust this one in this position maybe, and or maybe we can adjust this to this point. Okay, and also we can adjust this one to this position. Okay, just like this, and we can also move again. to make it more attractive. But we have to consider about it, about the corner. Okay. Okay, well, and then we can also make the duplicate. Okay, make group and then make duplicate to this another position, and also we can rotate it to make it more attractive. So you have to set the landscape design anyway. You have to select the landscape. You have to adjust the landscape design for this twin tower anyway. Thanks for watching, and I will assign with another materials with using this one. Then we uncheck the profile, and then we can also activate the shadow, and we can also move it to the upper position. Okay, well, now we can also adjust the shadow in the right bar. We can set the time of the shadow. Okay, so we can set the time to create the shadow. Okay, and this is about the result, and we can move again to this midpoint. Okay, and I mean it was okay, I mean it was complete. Okay, thanks for watching. Just wait for my next tutorial, and don't forget to exercise yourself to make a 3D modeling of this high-rise building. And you can also modify this rooftop, you can modify this entrance and facade, and this is for the basic. I give you the basic idea so you can improve for your exercise to design and make a 3D modeling in SketchUp. Okay, just wait for my next tutorial. Thank you.